Good morning, I'm Thomas Carruthers.
I'm Will Leggetter.
And I've just realised a big glass of milk probably isn't best for the throat for a podcast medium. So halfway through, I may swap for a glass of water. However, we will be talking about milk later this show, not to... Did you just down a sours?
I was making a visual comedy joke.
And as we know, podcasts are a visual medium. Well, for us they are, as well as our multiple auditory platforms. Well, we've got two Wes Anderson films left to talk about. I mean, there are others that we sort of haven't discussed. We do with these fortnights, we pick our favourites. And this is Moonrise Kingdom, a film that I can now firmly say is my second favourite Wes Anderson film.
What kind of bird are you?
I'm a sparrow. She's a dove.
No, I said, what kind of bird are you? Dear Susie, here's my plan.
Dear Sam, my answer is yes.
Dear Susie, 1.
Dear Sam, where?
Dear Susie, walk 400 yards due north from your house to the dirt path which has not got any name on it. Turn right and follow to the end. I will meet you in the meadow.
Who's missing? Shukusky, you in there? Jiminy Cricket, he flew the coop.
Walt, where the hell are you?
Right here.
Does it concern you that your daughter has just run away from home?
That's a loaded question.
Hey, that's really nice.
Second, I think he always was.
Yeah,
but I think it's really firm now.
It's my second favourite, definitely.
And that's second to Fantastic Mr. Fox, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm probably going Tenenbaums after that. Mind you, I really, really enjoyed Tenenbaums this watch. He's a great director. Moonrise Kingdom, and with Rushmore as our next episode. Not just my favourite Wes Anderson movie, one of my top 20 movies of all time.
Until help arrives, I'm deputizing the little guy, the skinny one, and the boy with the patch on his eye to come with me in the station wagon.
C'est le temps de l'amour, le temps des copains et de l'aventure.
What am I looking at?
He does watercolors, mostly landscapes, but a few nudes.
If we find him, I'm not going to be the one who forgot to bring a weapon. Me neither.
Where's the boy? I'm told that he's just been struck by lightning.
It's true.
I'll be out back. I'm going to find a tree to chop down.
A movie I'm very excited for Will to see. But first, Moonrise Kingdom. What's your relationship with Moonrise Kingdom, Will?
I went to see this in my second year of university at the university's own cinema, the film unit. It's very nice. I miss it. I miss it a lot. Hopefully it gets back into action next year. But no, it was just impromptu. Let's go to the cinema, and that's what they were showing. So there you go.
Very delightful.
Didn't know what to expect. Didn't know the film. Went, oh, that's Wes Anderson. Loved it. Yeah,
right,
I've only watched 3 films at the film unit. I've watched Moonrise Kingdom,
great,
Avengers: Infinity War, and Selma.
Oh, God.
It's a real eclectic mix.
That was a definite mixed nuts collection of films. Moonrise Kingdom, I watched, I missed it at the cinema because I didn't have my unlimited card yet, and I wasn't. So getting my family to see a movie that they didn't want to see was an uphill climb, and So I got the rental copy, and I believe I rented it from blockbuster.com. No, Blockbuster in-store. And for a sleepover. I'm terrible for yawning. I need to look up yawning cures. There's no cure, it's just yawning. I looked up Moonrise Kingdom. I bought Moonrise Kingdom at the Blockbuster, and I watched it on a portable DVD player at my grandma Chris's on the tiniest screen you've ever seen. But even on that tiny screen, I was sucked in. I believe I'd seen Rushmore prior to that, and Royal Tenenbaums. I believe I'd gotten into it before, right. And so I was awaiting Moonrise Kingdom as I awaited Budapest. And indeed, Isle of Dogs, and now The French Dispatch. YouTube comments. There's something about this film, a feeling I can't quite describe. No, I said, what kind of bird are you? Smooth as fuck. Anyone who thinks this is a bad movie needs a better taste in film.
That sounds a lot like you.
And it's from a guy named Tom. That's fully true. The original, The End of the Fucking World. Have you watched that, Will? People seem to like it.
I really, really like both series of them. Yeah, I think they're excellent. Timeless. I thought it's the timeless quality. I think that's what they're on about, because End of the Fucking World uses a lot of 70s architecture and costume and stuff, but it is still set in the modern day. It's doesn't have a time period related to it, whereas that's what a lot of Wes Anderson films, as we discussed on Budapest, have.
How to troll your action movie lover boyfriend. Me. Honey, do you want to watch a Bruce Willis movie? BF. Hell yeah. Me. Proceeds to play Moonrise Kingdom. BF. Damn. No disrespect to action movie fans intended. God. Sick prank.
I forgot that Bruce Willis was in it before I watched it. And I was like, that's a really nice surprise. I love it when Bruce Willis plays a cop. I usually say my top 3 Bruce Willis performances are this, Death Becomes Her, and obviously John McClane, First Die Hard. What's your Willis ranking? I would put this at this. I mean, Death Becomes Her is strange because it's one of the only times I've seen him do
full slapstick, yeah,
Oscar Wilde-esque. I'm not sure. Die Hard is a classic. It's got to be Die Hard, isn't it?
Go to the party, a few laughs. I freaking love Die Hard. This movie defines the word lovely. How cute. However, there are other opinions. There is the Katrina Unit 1-star opinion corner. Dull as dishwater. I was so let down by this movie. I had been looking forward to this and had been harping on to my wife about it for weeks. When we got to see it, she actually fell asleep. To be fair, I really don't blame her, as it's one of the most boring movies I've watched in quite some time. Boring? Is that the word? For me, again, it flies by. The film is so filled, but it's so quick. It's wonderful. Incredibly boring and meaningless. I have never, ever expected this awful movie when I saw the IMDb rating of 8.1. This movie is by far the most boring and the most topicless movie ever. Topicless?
So boring that we just can't stop yawning this episode.
Terrible. I hope hipstery is a word, because that would be the perfect adjective to describe this film. I will say that the cinematography, acting, and the overall look of the film were nice, but that doesn't make it worth watching. Now, I'm not going to pull out all that stupid argument that the audience is made up of pedophiles, because I know some decent people who like this film. This is a really deep, dark well I found in these 1-star review corners. We're going to read one next. It's just people saying it's a film for pedophiles. Now, I don't know if this is even a conversation, but for me, the young love in this movie is so delicately shown and truthfully told.
Shows that you weren't watching it properly, were you?
No, yeah. I mean, yes, they are in pants for 5 minutes or whatever, but it's not graphic, it's not gratuitous, it's pure's the wrong word because it's intentionally fumbly and it's intentionally nervous. I mean, I guess there's the slightly explicit when she says it feels hard, but again, it's not graphic, it's not gratuitous, it's really vulnerable, really innocent, and just really, really well judged, I feel. Which leads us on to our next review. Here we are. A must-see for all of you pedophiles. This is a great movie for all those pedophiles out there. But as for the rest of us normal people, it was disgusting. I guess all the pedophiles got a hold of this movie and voted it very highly on IMDb. And I got suckered in seeing the 8 rating, thinking it was going to be a good movie.
There you go.
Yeah. What other movies? No. We move on. 10-minute stretch, Will. Best 10-minute stretch. Why don't you kick us off?
I've got quite a few. I've got more 10 minutes for stretches than minutes this time.
Well, I've got more. No, that's untrue. But you go first.
Introduction to the family, I think, and of course the wonderful William Murray.
What a man.
Had to be there. I've gone for the beach scene. I've gone for sort of the break-in / flooding
finale.
Yes, and I've gone for the ending as well. The sort of in church.
So very well made. I mean, people. When we talk about the qualities of Anderson as a filmmaker, we don't really talk about tension or action, but all of these movies, we talked about it in Grand Budapest, such great tension. The fake Saoirse Ronan head reveal, so excellently toned and done, and this conclusion is very much in the same vein. Excellently made and excellently tense. Very, very good stuff. I similarly, I have the opening escape from the Camp Ivanhoe, which I very much enjoy. I then have the Susie missing reveal.
Yes.
Meeting Bill and Francis, and also the incredible Bruce Willis hiding out in the darkness and then I was just going to tell you that we still not found him in the middle of the night, and then Francis manages to save it. Well, barely. The beach, as you say, falling in love on the beach at Moonrise Kingdom. I've put here sad night. There's a lovely little bit sort of after where they get found, and it's Francis and Susie in the bath and doing noticing the earrings and talking about Bruce Willis, and it's sad Edward Norton, and it's sort of pardon me, and it's Bruce Willis and Sam sat eating and he's made him the sausage, and it's sort of the aftermath of them being found, and I find that I like that as a stretch. All underscored by Alexander Desplat. Very good score, which is combined with a lot of Benjamin Britten stuff, and because of the overall Britain of it all, into the wedding. The wonderful Jason Schwartzman, who will, of course, steal the show in our next episode of Rushmore. But yes, he's wonderful. The coins are for me. These are my coins. This is my fee. And just, because of your lack of a license, your age, your lack of parental consent, it will be a sham marriage. But it's really important also. I just again, it's that young love aspect. We'll do this now then. So basically, the movie ends with a lovely little note saying for, and it starts with a J. I can't remember. But the film is dedicated to Wes Anderson's first love. And so you can really get the vibe, or I mean, I don't know if he ran away with her, but you really get the vibe of that true young love and that romance. And I think it's really well done. And of course, that is heart-achingly juxtaposed with the pain and sadness of
Bill Murray and Frances McDormand,
and in turn Bruce Willis and Edward Norton gets a nice little Edward Norton's, but again Edward Norton's sad and lonely for most of it. We do have a glimpse of happiness.
He's got his kids.
He's got his kids, but no, because at the end there's the picture of the secretary on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
So that's quite nice. There is hope for Ed, Big Ed, which leads us into Tom's weirdly specific favourite about the film. I love the children playing table tennis in the opening letter sequence. No, not the letter sequence, the Susie escape sequence, and it's just very aesthetically pleasing. I've always enjoyed the treehouse, just a great gag. The ridiculousness of that treehouse, and then later when they're up it, and the kid angrily slams down, just falls. I don't even know how you can make that. How do you make a treehouse, Phil?
Here we go. Treehouse corner. Lots of wood.
Oh, so you don't actually know?
I do. Me and my father built a treehouse. Then knocked it down. 10 years later, mind you, it got its use. I don't know. I don't really know. Do you watch Treehouse Masters?
No, but I watch Treehouse of Horror every year.
There we go.
I really enjoy Edward Norton in this, and I love.
He's great. He's
I
great.
love. No, I changed my answer. I'm a math teacher on the side. This is my full-time job. I love the queue for the Ark waiting outside. Very aesthetic, very, very funny and pleasing. All the animals. You were talking in our Grand Budapest that you didn't really like the use of titles. Yeah. What about this film? Because I really like them in this. The handwritten stuff and the changing of the colours. And
the handwritten. Yeah, I like that sort of stuff. But yeah.
Stab and the arrow. Just a fun way to do that. I love the harsh cut to the ears being pierced. Do the other one. Again, talking about that sort of innocence and vulnerability when he tells her that he's going to he might wet the bed. I hope I don't need to tell. And then so I hope that's okay. And lovely delivery from Susie of course it's okay. Very, very nice. I love Bill Murray pulling up the tent. I mean, that's just iconic. And then I love Edward Norton in the below of the boat. I really wish we could have taken stock, because that's one of the best camps I've seen ever. You really don't want to be a khaki scout anymore? Very sad, very good, very nice. I wanted Edward Norton and Bruce Willis to adopt him and be like two dads. That's the ending I wanted. I love Bill Murray grabbing an axe. I'm going to go look for a tree to chop down, which I believe, because this was a trailer I saw a lot, I believe that was the... Jesus Christ. I believe that was the end of the trailer. Was that gag.
Yeah, makes sense.
And then, absolutely hilarious, the fake dummy, the absolutely terrifying fake dummy is wonderful. Will, you're more general or you're more specific favourite parts?
I've gone for the sort of when he escapes camp and you got all the sort of activities going on the day and you get that long shot of them at breakfast and there's just that chair missing. I like that. It's a nice shot. The use of POV camera in general, I really enjoy.
Yeah, again, something that is used in his previous films that comes more so into.
I think especially the scenes where they're running through the forests. I think they're very good. And also when they kiss and he spits afterwards, that's great. That's probably my favourite moment of the film.
It's a lovely, lovely, touching moment that instills their romance and everything about their relationship into one moment. So I'd have to agree. Soundtrack corner. We've got a couple of things to talk about here. Alexandre Desplat. We've got Benjamin Britten to talk about, and we've got some lovely French. Ding 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 ding. François Hardy. So let's start with the Benjamin Britten of it all. So obviously the film has a big Benjamin Britten motif. with the big. I'm saying all this now and I've forgotten. The big Benjamin Britten motif of them at the beginning, the young person's guide to the orchestra, I very much enjoy. And now Mr. Britten is going to build it all together. And it's very good. Building us in. Did you watch? You did, yes, I know. Fargo season 3.
Yes.
When they did when they used Peter and the Wolf, but they brought Billy Bob Thornton back.
Oh,
the flute will be played by the Wolf.
I want to say that first season was still Billy Bob Thornton with his shotgun.
Lawrence Malvo. What was his name? L. Malvo.
Oh. L. Malvo.
God,
that was the worst Billy Bob Thornton
very ever. You want me to kill him? I can kill him. That's okay. And then the wonderful Alexander Desplat with the into Francois Hardy with Le Temps de l'amour and Rambling Man by Hank Williams that plays every time Bruce Willis is in his car, which I also enjoy. Will, what are your favourite? Of course, we split Soundtrack Corner 2 ways: best use of a song and best song full stop. This is a little bit hard with orchestral pieces, but what about yourself, Phil?
Well, for me, it's Rambling Man with Bruce Willis as well, just because he's a funny guy. But I like that one. It's sort of the iconic one for me, and it's very very Wes Anderson. And that sounds like a very basic answer, but it is.
No, it's true. It gets the vibe. Which takes us into Oscar travesty, and this is a bit of a real Oscar travesty. The film gets one nomination. Do you want to take that guess, Will? Doesn't win, but it gets one nomination.
Cinematography.
No, it would be same as Tenenbaums, one nomination for original screenplay. This time he's collaborating with Roman Coppola of the major Coppola family. Django wins, which I don't think we can argue with. I think on the Django episode, I sort of said, I think we sort of had a little debate, but I think I'd have to go Django.
Yeah, definitely as a screenplay.
Yeah. And then, I mean, Amour's beautiful and very touching and very sad. So let's go to cinematography, see what is there. Django, Life of Pi, Anna Karenina, Lincoln, Skyfall. I mean, Skyfall very, very well shot, but Lincoln, I can lose Lincoln.
I can lose Lincoln from any category.
This is true. Anna Karenina, the design was very fun. I don't know about the actual film, but I did enjoy some elements of the Anna Karenina film. And then, of course, Life of Pi was very beautiful, so I do agree. But I do want Moonrise Kingdom in there. Best editing, I very much want. This is just a pretty. I don't want to. This is a pretty bland year for me, Oscar-wise.
It's not the hashtag Manx sweep that we got this year.
No, for me, right. I'm looking at all of these movies again. These Best Picture nominees. For me. Right, I'm a sad weirdo, so I've seen Amour a couple of times. I love old French people dying, so I'm a sad weirdo, and I've seen Amour a couple of times. But apart from Amour and Django, and I'm just going to remove Amour because nobody else has done 5 watches of Amour, is Django the only movie that people have actually returned to here? I know Silver Linings Playbook has its fans, but that's sort of been...
returned to Les Mis.
I don't. I haven't watched Les Mis since the theatre.
Oh,
Sorry,
no.
since the cinema. I own it on... No, I tell a lie. I watched it at the cinema. We bought the DVD. We watched it on a Sunday night. Haven't watched it since. I remember liking it, and I always defend it when people say it's shit. But then I realise, in actuality, you know... I haven't actually seen it in years.
Django is definitely the deserving one there.
I feel apparently there's an Argo resurgence happening. I think people want to return
Never
to
saw it.
Argo.
Never saw it.
I think I may return to Argo for George and Ben. But I mean, it's Django all the way. And I think Moonrise, I could literally lose. I could make a case to swap Moonrise Kingdom for any of these. And similarly in Best Director. But performances, any nominations you'd want to get in there?
Bill.
Yeah, Bill Murray. No, not Bill Murray.
Willis.
Bruce Willis. That's what I mean. Yeah.
And that's what I meant to say as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bruce Willis is great in this.
And I think there could have been a push. I think, people love a story. That being said,
you're not going to beat Christoph or Daniel Day-Lewis, are you?
You're not going to beat Christoph. Philip Seymour Hoffman should have won anyway, but anyway, that's a story for the Master episode, which will happen. I'd lose Tommy Lee. I love Tommy Lee Jones. Love Tommy Lee Jones. Our fugitive's name is Dr. Richard Kimball. He has been running for 5 minutes. That gives us a circumradius of 2 miles.
I love The Fugitive.
What a film. You switched the samples. All because of... Oh, God, what's the name of the drug? Oh, Jesus. My entire life has been building up to this moment. Provasic. You switched the samples. Provasic. And you did it all for Provasic. Imagine having your wife. Everybody watch the Fugitive episode. Will be happening. Anything to do with it. Best screenplay we talked about. Anything? Did Alexandre Desplat always gets nominated? Oh, he already was nominated for Argo. Doesn't mean he couldn't have been nominated again, but he wasn't. Which takes us out of Oscar travesty. The question is, I mean, we'll have this conversation here. From what we've seen of French Dispatch, is there going to be an Oscar push for? I mean, there will be an Oscar push, obviously.
Yeah.
But do you think there's a chance?
I think so, and I think it's well needed. The Oscars have been barren since Once Upon a Time a Year.
That was a great year. It's going to be a tie. I think right, because you've got West Side Story, which could be either excellent or terrible. In actuality, I think it's going to be pretty
in the heights.
People think that's going to be good. Yeah. The new Paul Thomas Anderson movie, which I'm very excited about. Love Paul, is my favorite director. That you've got Dune, which we've got coming out. A new Guillermo del Toro movie, I believe. New Edgar Wright movie. I mean, that's a horror movie, so it probably won't. Last Night in Soho. It looks very good, but of course the Oscars aren't they look down on horror. But anyway, we'll see. But I do think if all those movies are good,
good Oscars.
Could be a good Oscars. Will's favourite building or set?
I've gone for the Treehouse.
Yes, very fun.
Yes.
Just a great gag.
And also the set of the play that they do in the church.
Very elaborate, yeah.
Very well done and very, very clever. I like that a lot.
You said that you only had so many Best Single Minute nominations. What were they?
The church play behind the scenes when he's hiding in the clothes, and they all I like that. And I've just written Attack. Oh, the Attack when they gang up on the bikes.
Yeah, and the scissors and the stab me with lefty scissors. Lucas Hedges, who I've wanted to stab with scissors for years now. Maybe, but he's better. He's getting a lot better. But there was that couple of years. It was that 1 year where I thought he was the worst part of Manchester by the Sea, and I thought he was the worst part of Three Billboards, and I just thought, how is this person getting roles and roles and roles and roles? I think he's good in Lady Bird. Since then, he's gone on. I like him in Waves. I loved him in Let Them All Talk. But still, I don't know this. I don't see this huge star that everybody sees. Anyway. So what were those best? Oh, you said them.
Yeah.
I have put it into The Escape. I have Camp Ivanhoe. I have The Letters back and forth. Just lovely
Yeah.
little shots
Good
and
montage.
very well devised. And then I have Bruce Willis going about his day, which is
I
always
would watch an entire movie of Bruce Willis going about his day on the island.
Obviously, Bruce Willis is famously cantankerous nowadays and is not easy to work with, reportedly. But I would love him to do more stuff like this. I don't know. And also, there's been no behind-the-scenes story. I mean, I did my research. There's no behind-the-scenes stories here of a troublesome relationship with Anderson. I do think if you give him a decent role, then he won't be cantankerous. I don't personally blame him for being cantankerous on a fucking piece of shit. You know, he's filming for 2 days for $1 million so that they can say that he's in it. And I don't care if he's a little bit. However, I think if you give him something like this, I don't know. Best line, give us away. Give us some well.
I went for holy Christ, what am I looking at? That's wonderful Bill Murray.
Why do you always use binoculars? It helps me to see things closer, even if they're not very far away. I pretend it's my magic power. That's not the quote that I thought it was. I wanted to do. I want to be an orphan. All my favorite characters are orphans. It feels like they're more special. And then him going, "I love you, but you don't know what you're talking about," which is sort of. People always talk about, I feel, we've done 500 Days of Summer now, the sort of peak of this and the Wes Anderson of it all, of cute things that people say. And I can see a whole Twitter, you know, I wish I was an orphan. They have more, all my favorite characters are orphans.
I like me.
Yeah. No, that's not that. My wife likes me. So sad. Did you maybe notice when I was reading the vomit bag? So Anderson sort of not pointing fun, but going, okay, that's really cute and that's really that's really cute and that's really insular, but in actuality, you don't know what you're talking about. That's not true.
I've gone for a lovely Bruce where he's like, and they're like, is that a yes?
It's been proven by history. All mankind makes mistakes. Very much enjoy that one. Again, Willis, absolute top form. Our daughter's been abducted by one of those beige lunatics. Is very, very enjoyable.
Oh, very good.
We should make a band called the Beige Lunatics. Or not. I hope the roof flies off and I get sucked up into space. And I enjoy that, but I enjoy a lot more Frances McDormand. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Because in that 2-line exchange, you know exactly how their marriage has gone.
Yeah.
And for as much as we can blame Frances McDormand for not divorcing him and cheating, there's a reason. There's always a reason, unfortunately. Which takes us into what's the change. I've got 2 minor ones. You?
I decided not to put a change.
Okay. I don't like the lightning effect. His body getting flung is a bit. Doesn't work for me.
I like that.
It's just a bit too much, and it's a bit for a film that's so practical. And also, it's not really a change. Pouring beer into a glass that's just had milk in it. Are you insane?
Sorry, Mr. Milk.
Mr. Milk? I love 2 things, like beer and milk, not in the same glass.
The knockoff Reservoir Dogs. Mr. Milk.
Why am I Mr. Milk? That's so close to Mr. White. I don't even like milk. We did a job and everybody got to pick their own names. Maybe that's the job where they all got to pick their own names. It was like, I'm going to be Mr. Milk. What? I'm going to be Mr. Milk. And then, but nobody had decided on the Mr. thing yet. And they're like, I guess we're doing this Mr. thing.
Watch Reservoir Dogs. I might have to watch it again. I love Reservoir Dogs.
Great film. It's great. Great Harvey Keitel.
Yeah.
You're going to be okay. Say the fucking words. You're going to be okay. Sorry, are you a doctor? Yeah. Toby Chu. What's left from Will's notes?
That's it from my notes, I'm afraid.
I have one note in mind. Tilda's outfit. Love Tilda Swinton in this as social services. Doesn't get a real name. And she has an incredible outfit. Alternate ending corner. There isn't one, but there are a few fun facts.
Excellent.
The dance scene on the beach was saved for the very end of filming so that the two young leads would be comfortable around each other, and was done on a closed set. Just the two leads, co-writer and director Wes Anderson, and the cameraman. In the film, Laura Bishop shouts at various family members through a bullhorn. The idea came from co-writer Roman Coppola's childhood, as his mother Eleanor Coppola used a bullhorn in a similar fashion. I think I know the answer, Will. Have you seen the Eleanor Coppola documentary, Hearts of Darkness, about the making of Apocalypse Now?
No.
Yeah. No. Have you seen Apocalypse Now?
No.
God. 4 greatest films of all time were made. That maybe this isn't true. But Francis Ford Coppola made 4 of the greatest films of all time in the 70s. He just made literally 4 masterpieces back to back to back. And two Godfathers, Apocalypse Now and The Conversation. And all of them are special in their own ways. And The Conversation is so small. And then Apocalypse Now is so big. It's legendary. And if I could take 4 movies on... If I could take... Ooh, okay. Tangent. You're on a desert island. You can take 1 director's filmography. Because you can't leap to Tarantino. Because actually, Tarantino, you've only got 9 movies.
You have.
So you're gonna weigh it up.
It's got to be Spielberg, I think, just because of the.
Ooh. Yeah, you can finally rewatch Lincoln. Yeah, I could get. Yeah,
Was Zemeckis? I think I'd choose if I was saying as a wider picture. I would choose Spielberg.
For me, Spielberg. I think that Spielberg's now making a movie about his younger self.
Oh, you're so mean.
Wow. I think Woody, for the fact that it's 49 movies, and so I could have a pretty good go at that.
Oh, you'd love that.
Scorsese is about 30 movies, very varied, and some of them are very long.
Casino. It's worth it just for Casino.
I mean, it's worth
that
it.
shot. Oh, I mean, the way that Robert De Niro smokes a cigarette in Casino is pretty.
You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? I mean, he does smoke cigarettes in Casino, but I think you're confusing it with Goodfellas, aren't you?
I am.
You are, aren't you? Woody Allen, Scorsese. Probably not Mike Nichols, although he's my idol in life. It's a toss-up between Scorsese and Woody Allen. And probably Scorsese because there's a variety. I mean, well, no, there's a major variety in Allen.
Speaking of Scorsese, I watched Shutter Island the other day. Enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it.
You absolute bastard. We have immortalised a fucking hour and a half of Shutter Island to you going, it's a bit boring, isn't it? Oh, my. And me fighting an uphill battle against you and Becky. Unbelievable. That's been immortalised. And terrible. After filming was completed, Cara Hayward, who played Susie, got to keep the kitten. And Jared Gilman got to keep the backpack. Well, this is the first Wes Anderson film without any involvement from Owen Wilson.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
He's busy doing Cars at the time.
I don't know. Do you want your heart to be warmed, Will?
I would love my heart to be warmed.
During filming, Bill Murray taught Jared Gilman how to tie a necktie for the first time. The words for human appear in the corner at the very end of the movie. This refers to Wes Anderson's girlfriend, Human Malouf. Oh, I completely misread that. So it's not first girlfriend, it's his current girlfriend. Fair enough. These two people were offered the role of social services. So originally it was clearly intended for a male. Jeremy Irons.
No.
Ooh. And
I adore Jeremy Irons.
and
Adore
Alan
Jeremy Irons.
Rickman.
No, I think
I
Tilda
really like
Swinton
Tilda,
is
yeah.
really good.
Yeah. Juvenile. He'll be taken into juvenile refuge. An orphanage, and then the the newspaper headline.
He'll be taken into juvenile refuge.
Mr. Pine will be taken into juvenile refuge. Unfortunately, Mr. Tanagi will not be joining us for the rest of his life. I hear Arafat by a sweet staff. I don't know the code, so you're just going to have to shoot me. Okay.
Oh.
What is the best Die Hard one-liner?
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head because I'm shit with quotes.
You are shit with quotes. When the movie first shows the scene of Scoutmaster Ward recording the log on his newspaper tape recorder, there is a framed picture of Commander Pierce next to his recorder. At the end of the movie, the picture is replaced with Becky, the switchboard operator. Very nice.
Very nice.
Not really a fun fact. It's pretty obvious, I have to say. Tagline. Rundown. A tormenting and surprising story of children and adults during the stormy days of the summer of 1965. Was that the tagline, or is that somebody putting on IMDb synopsis into the wrong thing?
I think so. But also, that is the sort of tagline that Wes Anderson writes.
No, because as we found out with Royal Tenenbaums, he has one of the best taglines ever.
It's a crazy family. I believe that was it.
I believe the tagline was, "You got a whole lot of people to get into one house." They should have tried again. They should have spent more time. And which takes us into Tom's big question. I mean, sad big question. Sam and Susie, do they last? No. It's childhood.
It never lasts. The childhood love.
This is the second time Bill Murray has played a cuckold for Wes Anderson. Which is your favourite? Do you prefer Sir... No, I always want to say Sir Walter Raleigh, but that's not his name. It's Raleigh St. Clair.
It's got to be Raleigh St. Clair.
Yeah.
He plays it up very well. There's more comedy in that. There's more comedy. He's just very sad in this. Although there are some very funny moments, but the character.
I do like Sad Murray. Though. Sad Murray is very enjoyable. I don't know what it is. Sad Murray is the epitome of when you see a comedian being sad. It's just so much more effective. I've always felt that. I feel like that's the key to Lost in Translation.
I think we need to get a yawn tally on the bottom right of the screen for this episode.
I have no time. I have no time to do that. If people want to count how many times I've yawned, it's not even. I got my full 8 hours. It really. I have no idea what it's been at
5:30.
Yeah. What? What? 5:30? And wait, 5:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. I wouldn't know it was a big old sesh night.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. This takes us to the end of Wes Anderson. That's just a full lie. It takes us to the end of Moonrise Kingdom, with Rushmore being our next episode. Let me check my rankings. Yes, Rushmore is number 13 on my top 20 movies of all time.
Let's see if it moves.
I don't think it will. I'm rather hard and firm.
I don't know why Midnight in Paris is in my top 10 still. That can get lost.
It's at number 6.
I know. It was a rogue move at the time.
It's a rogue move to show up. Also, time's passed. Annie Hall's definitely your favourite Woody Allen movie, isn't it?
Probably.
Yeah, so that's not even true.
Annie Hall must be at number 1.
Yeah, okay, so you're ditching Midnight in Paris.
Yeah.
Which takes everything forward. So what's your new 10?
Oh, National Treasure might make it on there.
Oh, eat shit. National Treasure. Oh my God. You look at mine and it's just this beautifully curated network. Sunset Boulevard, Casablanca, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, Goodfellas, Planes, Trains and Automobiles, Crimes and Misdemeanors, Rushmore, Magnolia, Airplane / Caddyshack, The Apartment, Titanic, Graduate, When Harry Met Sally, Terms of Endearment, Boogie Nights, Godfather Part 1 and Part 2, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Silence of the Lambs, The Shawshank Redemption. Such beautiful curation. And then Once Upon a Time Not. This is my big thing, and I'm just deciding when to do it, is Once Upon a Time Nollywood's in my top 20 now.
Hey.
I mean, it's not even, I think the minute I saw it, I was like, this is going to be in the top 20. You know what? Fuck it. I love Casablanca.
A live bump of Casablanca. Who likes Humphrey Bogart anyway?
What? I'm not changing my my article. Too many people have read it, and I don't want to spread false information. They can find it deep down in this. And also, for those of you, we'll end Moonrise Kingdom, and for those of you who want to stick around, you can stick around. We have lovely little rankings on our Google sheet. Will's a sexist. He hasn't filled out his top 10 actresses yet.
I'm just lazy. I don't go on the spreadsheet a lot.
That's untrue, because Will made the ranking form, and he was like, top 10 directors and top 10 actors. I said, what about the actresses? And he went, oh no. He didn't say that. But
oh no.
Top 10 actors is where we have the most crossover, I believe.
Many people mock me for having Michael Caine as one of my top 10 actors, but I love him.
I don't think there's any mocking there.
Oh, he's in our house. Whenever he crops up, he's known to be. Michael Caine was the reason many people marked down The Prestige. It's really good, but Michael Caine going, oh, the first part of a magic trick.
I'm sorry, I'm completely baffled by this. Who hates Michael Caine?
No one hates Michael Caine. It's not allowed. But yeah, no, there are people out there that would like him dead.
What's your favourite Billy Crystal Oscars song? Because I really enjoy Caine.
I don't know, Tom.
Do you not watch the Billy Crystal Oscars openings?
No,
I watch like all 10 of them once a month. So I know all of the parody songs. I know.
I've just got Peep Show again.
Oh God, Peep Show. Somebody brought up in class today that Peep Show hasn't aged well, and I was like, yeah, because that's the point. I'm fed up of people like saying this about shows. Peep Show people, I can't remember what they're called. I can remember what they're called, Mark and Jeremy. But like Mark and Jeremy aren't saints. No. That's the point, is that they're shitty people. You know, same with It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. You know, people like, oh God, you know, as long as it's...
I love that you're putting them in the same category. Thank you very much.
No,
I feel privileged.
They are literally...
favorite white comedies.
They are literally two comedies that have bad people in them. That is the only resemblance in quality. Oh. Well, no, I know the answer. You'd put Peep Show over It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. You pulling my dick, bro? Does Peep Show ever say that? No?
No.
Go on. He's going to quote it. I know he's going to quote it.
You thought I was going to do a Peep Show quote, did you?
No, I thought you were going to do Magnum Dong. The only...
Whoops. No. I was probably going to go, Night Man.
I'm pretty sure that Will has only actually seen the Nightman episode and a couple of compilations on YouTube.
No, I think I've watched Are We Racist? Or Racist.
So you've watched the first episode?
I watched the first episode. I was like, oh, it's in 4:3.
It's in 4:3 and Danny DeVito's not here. This isn't the show that I was promised.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. Danny DeVito comes in the second episode because they were going to cancel it. But Danny DeVito said, no, this show's good. I'll be in it. It's a great show. Lots of tangents to conclude our Moonrise Kingdom episode. Will, any final thoughts on Moonrise Kingdom?
very excellent, very excellent. Not many people know about this movie, I think, and I think they should. And
I think that's completely untrue.
Maybe
I'm just in different. Are we in different circles? You're in this weird I hate Michael Caine circle. Fucking who hates Michael Caine? I just no. Fuck Moonrise Kingdom. We're here now. What? Why don't they like Michael Caine?
Because he can't. He only does the same in everything, and he's not a great actor, and he just does Michael Caine.
Have they not seen the Ipcress File?
So I will admit that. What's the movie where he does that dire Texan accent?
I don't know.
Oh, it's very. I'll
Jaws
send you
4.
Very.
But what I was going to say about Billy Crystal was in the Billy Crystal opening song. It's the year where he's nominated for Cider House Rules, so he sings a song about Michael Caine, and he goes, you know, he makes a joke. You made Alfie, then you kept on making more. You've made lots of movies. Anyway, I can't remember that one. But he's like, but why'd you have to go and make Jaws 4? And then Caine laughs. But then later in the show, Billy Crystal does a thing where he's like, I can read your minds. And it cuts to Michael Caine and he goes, Billy Crystal goes, I loved Jaws 4.
I love it. I love it.
Very, very enjoyable. That was the Oscar with, I think, American Beauty wins, Cider House Rules, Green Mile, and The Insider, and another movie.
I was the insider. When I was insider, I am the insider. I am the insider. I am the outsider.
Are you trying to do a Billy Crystal song for The Insider?
No, it's from Fresh Meat. It's from Fresh Meat.
Oh, God. Have you seen The Insider, Will? You would very much like it. It's Pacino, Plumber, a murderer's row.
I've been touching cloth for the last...
which takes us to the end of our Moonrise Kingdom.
Talking about Oscars.
I'm going to keep talking about the Oscars. I'm going to stop talking about the Oscars so that Will doesn't shit himself.